So what I wanted to go on to this is probably going to be my last skincare because um, I noticed that a lot of the stuff, the rest of the stuff that I have, I integrated into the other stuff that I talked about. So, but this one I really felt was worth mentioning, and I might have mentioned this before, but skincare does not have to cost a fortune. Um, like I said, now that Mary Kay changed their skincare, I'm not sure I'm going to keep up with them. I was thinking of doing like my own website. Well, because Mary Kay allows you to do a website under them. But it just gets a little bit complicated. I got to talk to my director about that. But in all honesty, I'm really not happy with their skincare anymore because they changed it. And like, again, I need to cut costs. So I'm not sure if I'm going to sell it to see if I can, help bring income or just give it up altogether. But if you are close to your grandma, I'm not even sure. I know that because I'm gonna be 49. So my grandma was born in 1905, and so my abuelita. So they have. You can learn a lot from them, or even go online and you can learn how to make your own skincare products just using like everyday products you have in the kitchen. Like sugar scrubs, salt scrubs for your face, sugar scrub for your lips, honey, mayonnaise, eggs. These things, like they're moisturizers for your hair, avocado. I've been buying coconut oil, which is kind of expensive, but it lasts me a long time. And coconut oil is like really, really good. It has, I use it to butter instead of butter. And it's got a natural sweetness to it. I have the oil, which you could use on your face, you could use in your hair, you can use for your nails. Learn what you can do in your own home. Um, so if you're fortunate to serve your grandmother, you can ask her about recipes for skincare, or you can look it up on the internet. But again, I mean, stuff that's just sitting in your kitchen could be very useful for skincare. And also, try out the drugstore brands, which is what I'm gonna start doing. And lots of drugstores have like money back guarantees. Like Mary Kay does too, but it's the hassle of finding the consultant or whatever. But you can bring it back to the store and say, look, this made me break out. This doesn't work for me or whatever. So you could try, different drugstore brands. I heard Nivea is pretty good. Neutrogena is pretty good, but I think Neutrogena is a little bit pricey. I think Nivea is too. But, you could do drugstore things instead of going to department stores and getting your high-end stuff. Again, you can do like what I did to be able to afford my skincare was I became a rep. You could become an Avon representative, a Mary Kay representative, and then you get discounts on what you buy for yourself. If you just have to have your drugstore brands and you're able to work, you might consider working in the makeup department of the big department stores. And you can get discounts when you do that, and also first dibs on what comes in. So, if you work at Sephora or you work at Mac or you work at one of these big like Macy's or whatever other big, like in North Carolina we had Belk's, whatever department stores, even JCPenney, Sears. If you work in the department store, you can get discounts on your stuff, if you're able to work. And even the high-end brands, hopefully you can get your money back. But, the bottom line is, what can you afford? So, that's the bottom line. What can you afford? And it doesn't have to cost a fortune. You don't have to go. Like, I've heard a couple of women saying that you don't buy the cheap stuff. The cheap stuff's no good for you. And they'll only spend money on high end. And some woman who says, oh, no, I would never be caught dead using a cheap brand. If you can afford it, more power to you. But if you can't, look for other alternatives. So, right now I'm gonna look into drugstore brands. Right now, the things that have worked for me are Avon Clear Skin and Mary Kay Skincare. But now that they changed it, I'm not really crazy about it. So, and Avon just changed all their skincare too. So, I'm thinking of, instead of having to order things and pay the shipping or look for a rep, or you know, like with Avon and with Mary Kay, you have to put in a minimum order. That's why I stopped selling NYX, because you had to put in at least a $200-300 order a month, or they wouldn't let you put in the order. So, um, you know, I'm thinking I'm gonna look into drugstores and see what brands are out there and see what might be within my budget, for this new year, and see what works for me. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. Okay, so that's my last skincare tip for you.